What's up, team? Welcome to another amazing podcast called the Martial Arts Business Success, and we're here to give you great sound advice to help you build, grow, and monetize your business. I'm here with Graham McDonald as always, myself, Phil Britton. We're on the couch, we're here. If you're listening, make sure you get on YouTube and our website and find the videos. If you're watching and you just can't do that in the car, which is probably illegal, make sure you get on the podcast and download it on iTunes so you get those automatic updates. Now, before I get into what we're talking about today, I really just want to mention now, every topic that we come up with is either a question from someone or something that's arisen or come out of dealings with people. Now, here's the thing. Either I write the questions down and Graham has no idea what I'm saying or talking about until the moment, or vice versa. So the answers you're getting are literally fresh out of our head as it comes rolling.
Yep.
They're not pre-organized, they're not pre-taped or whatever. So this is off-the-cuff stuff, which I think in itself is really, really important for you to know. That we don't pre-organize this stuff. It literally is like, what 4 things came up this week or this month, and how can we give you the best answer that we can, which is literally off the cuff. So
Guys, I guess it's as if you're sitting on the couch with us and you ask the question. We will just deliver straight out of our brains, our mouths, and give you exactly what we think live right now. So again, team, strap yourselves in because we've got another really awesome one.
all right. Well, Graham, what have we got?
All right, dealing with the naysayers, or again, people who complain about your business, or even the practices that you do. So a lot of what we talk about are stories we've gone through and from personal experience. And as you grow, you will find that you generally have people who will complain about it's not like the old days. You've changed too much, this, that, and the other. Or you've got someone who knows nothing about your business, looks from the outside in, and will complain and think they know what's going on and tell you how you should do things. So let's get into it.
I just want to, look, this topic here is for those people, look, you're going to get it, and it doesn't matter, you get the naysayers, the people who complain about your business, who you are, your practice, how much money you make, and there's various levels of complainers or naysayers or haters. But at the end of the day, I think the biggest thing that I've learned, because, it happened, like I said, I've had it happen to me and you, and, you're too young to be successful, or how you're driving that car now, or, where do you get, how come you're in a position to talk about that? What life have you lived? There's just people who complain or don't have anything nice to say. And something that comes to my mind is a saying that we probably all heard as a child is sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt us. At the end of the day, what I've learned as I've grown in business is that as long as I'm true to myself, as long as I'm true to my heart, and I know with all the authenticity and being congruent with my message and why I'm doing what I'm doing, if I can back that up, it doesn't matter what anyone says or anyone thinks, it really doesn't. And you've just got to learn to compartmentalize and that type of that language or those type of people. Put it in there. Okay, yeah, it's cool. Sometimes you might listen to it. If there's a repeat saying that's happening a lot, maybe it's something you need to listen to. Maybe you're being perceived by others as a certain thing, and maybe that's a reflection of who you are. So I think yes, sticks and stones break my bones, and compartmentalize, but also have a little listen, because if it's the same thing that's happening over and over again, maybe there's something that you need to listen to and reflect on.
Hey, look, great wise words there. A lot of our training that we do with our clients and people that we associate with is very much about mindset, and then obviously the business practices. So what you're talking about there too is belief in yourself and that mindset as well too. Yes, there's words that can be thrown at you, and it's the power you give those words. If you take it on board and someone tells you can't do it, and you think, oh, I can't. Well, guess what's going to happen? That's going to occur. There's going to be times where you just go, well, I appreciate those comments, but that's not where I'm heading. Boom, I'm driving forward, and away we go. And I guess that's something we've always put a lot of emphasis into is believing in yourself and knowing you can do anything. You put your mind to something, it's amazing what can happen. But let's just talk about how we've managed to deal with the direct complaints. And let's just reflect back on our martial arts company, our martial arts businesses. In the early days of taking over from our instructor many moons ago, you inherit certain students, certain business principles and all the rest. Now, myself and Phil, 8 years ago, took a company that was, it was plateauing, and we broke it apart and put it back together the way we wanted. You'd agree that there's going to be some people that go, look, I liked it the old way, this and that and the other. Now, we took on board those comments, but at the end of the day, we had a vision. We knew where we were going. And sometimes you've got to be so focused on moving forward that these sort of complaints and comments, they've got to fall by the wayside. Now, we lost plenty of students.
Yep.
We lost plenty of our high-ranking black belts, and we lost plenty of staff. Now, when I talk about plenty, that was maybe 50 or 100 back in the day. Now we've replaced that 50 or 100 with close to 1,000 or 1,000 plus because of the decisions we made. We lost maybe 2 or 3 key staff. Now we've got 30 or 40 extra staff since that decision was made. So sometimes in the moment, you're nervous, but at the end of the day, if you're fixed on your vision, you know where you're heading, whatever naysayers, whatever complaints won't mean anything once you prove them wrong.
Yep. So that was, I guess for us personally, going into a business, we were young, we were fresh off the boat, so to speak. And, there was definitely some things that we had to deal with as we were navigating to the success that we were yearning for and that we knew we would get. And sometimes, what Graham says, sometimes you have to crack a few eggs to make an omelette, or sometimes you have to pull a couple of, strings off the onion to get to the bottom, So the thing is, and as you go through in your business, people might then start, naysaying on your business practices, or if you want to be a professional school, one of the big ones that we've had is you shouldn't be charging that much, or you're a rip-off, or you're a McDojo, or a belt factory, all that sort of stuff. It happens out there, and I know for you guys out there, some of you gang out there who are doing really, really well, I've seen it on the posts and on the Facebook groups. People are selling, you're selling out, you're doing this, you're doing that. But, at the end of the day, we love what we do. We're professionals. Yeah. And for me to be the best that I can be, and for you as well, and deliver amazing life transformational, not only lessons, techniques, and mindsets to the community, I need to charge a reasonable fee so that I can keep my shop open and really make a massive, massive difference. I could have just been for the last 8 years, still been teaching 30, 50, 100 people. But what good would that do? Again, I was true to myself, and Graham will justify this. True to your heart, global vision, change the world, impact as many people as you can. You can't do that off breadcrumbs.
Look, we actually had some good conversation just the other day about certain mindsets for some people, and thinking, geez, I can't do this, I can't do that. And again, it's one of those things that, I guess the saying that we say and the decisions that we make, we think long and hard about the impact it's going to have on our student base, our staff, our culture for the next 10 minutes, the next 10 days, the next 10 years. And I know a lot of the decisions we make are from a mid to long term point of view. So we'll often say or suggest to somebody who's thinking about making some changes, make the decisions today for the students you have in 3 years' time plus, not for the ones you have today. And I hate to say that, we're not about being rude. I'd love to keep everyone forever, but I know that that's not going to happen. So when we make a decision, initially there may be some pain and some complaints, but I guarantee in the test of time, the decision that you make will be celebrated, and the people won't even know that that decision was made way back when. So, again, going back a few steps, we made some choices within staffing and operational positions for us way back when, and we sweated for months thinking, geez, we're going to lose key players, or oh my God, we're going to collapse. We thought, no, we've got to do this. We've got to put the rubber to the road, we've got to put the pedal to the metal, and let's just do it anyway. Once we got through it, and when the things settled, we realized that, wow, that decision was what helped our companies grow exponentially. So again, team, don't sweat about the small stuff. And this is something we've had some great conversation with recently. Stop looking at the detail and start thinking about the big picture. And not everybody will see the big picture, and that's okay. That's what's going to make you different.
Yeah. Look, at the end of the day, I think there are going to be entrepreneurs. There are going to be business owners. There's going to be great 2ICs, 3ICs. There's going to be great people who sit on the fence and wish they could start a business in martial arts, but never freaking do it because they're too scared. And they're the ones that mostly sit on the outside, saying the bad stuff, or the naysaying stuff, or the negative stuff towards those people doing it. And they could be doing it for various reasons: insecurity, fear. Their fear of they're jealous. Whatever it may be. I think to bring it into today's world, and look, Graham and I are quite young. We're 36 years of age as we sit here today. We've been in business, a business for 8 years. We've built various businesses, not just martial arts as well. We've put it online. We're coaching other businesses, and this is all quite new. at the end of the day, I'm proud of who I am, and I'm proud of what I've done, and I'm proud of what I'm doing. And I'm never going to be perfect because I'm always learning, and I'm always wanting to help other people. And that's what I'm proud of, that I can congruently and honestly and authentically say that I want to help business owners just like you get, if not the same or better results than what we have. And if I'm seen as someone who is selling out or doing something wrong, then go screw yourself. That's what it comes down to. Basically, like the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah.
I can coach martial arts business owners because in the past 8 years, Graham and I have been able to turn a school that was doing okay, or was plateauing, into a multi-million-dollar empire. There's lessons in there. Now, are other coaches out there saying the same stuff? Yes. Do you practice a jab the same way someone else does? Yes. There's only so many ways you can teach a left punch. Same with coaching. There's only so many ways you can do it. Now, we love all the coaches that we know. Dave Kovar's amazing. Fred De Palma's are great. All the guys out there are amazing coaches, and each brings something different to the party.
Yeah.
We bring something a little bit different. I believe, Graham, back me up, I believe we bring a bit of innovation. I believe we bring some new, fresh content. I believe we see a different perspective on what's being done and what's done now. Does that appeal to everyone? No. Does it appeal to some? Yes. Guess what? Sales is a disqualification process, not a qualification process.
Hey guys, look, you can tell by Phil, and if you're watching the video, you can see it, but if you can't, you'll hear it. Passionate, not perfect. We make no excuse for screwing up. That's okay. That's all part of it. But again, at the same token too, we have continually evolved and put ourselves in the line of fire to learn, develop, and grow and test this stuff that we deliver to you guys. So like students will come to your school because they resonate with you. You'll go to a particular coach because you resonate with what they have to say. Know this, that I can't wait to share with you this time next year what we've done and the extra schools we've done, the extra business, because we are continually growing and pushing forward against all those that may be out there that say you can't do that. Again, a great quote before we sort of throw it to you guys, but those who say it can't be done are usually interrupted by others doing it. So going back again, those who say it can't be done, you can't do this, you're not good enough, you're too young, are usually interrupted by others doing it. Okay? So again, that's just a reminder that, hey, look, you put your mind to something, you got a vision. Yes, you may listen to that chatter that's around you. It's the same sort of comments. You may look at adjusting yourself so that you know how you're being perceived. But at the end of the day, that doesn't mean that you have to change the end game. It just may mean that you need to reshape it or at least polish it so that it's a little easier digested for the crowd. But that being said too, Steve Jobs, he's one of those guys that wasn't loved by all, but he still got the work done. And again, great quote that I've always loved, and I think I've got it around here somewhere with, if you want to predict the future, create it yourself. Simple as that.
Well, there you go, gang. Guess what? There's one thing I want to leave you with is winners win and losers lose. The difference is what's up here, how you feel, what you believe, and how you act. Let me just repeat that. Winners will always win and losers will always lose. But the difference is what you see, what you feel, and how you act on the situations and to the landscape of the environment. So gang, look, I hope you've heard this podcast or watched this video and gone, that's given me some motivation, that's given me some drive to block out the negative noise and continue on my journey of building an empire, whether it's a small school, a big school, whether it's negative noise outside of business and it's just a personal thing. I hope we've really helped fuel some fire and you guys can go out there and just kill it in your business as well. So thank you very much, gang, and we'll see you next time.
Take care.